This is War of the Suns, the Chinese War of Resistance, 1937 to 1945 from MMP Games. This is the situation at the end of the 10th turn of the campaign game, which is actually the 11th turn in reality because there's a turn 0. I've effectively done everything apart from the post-operation segment, so it's not strictly the end bit. I'm just going to give you an overview of what happened. We had famine drawn as the um, random event. Didn't really have much impact on play. Well, it didn't have any impact on play or anything. It's winter 1940. Just remember, it starts with a winter turn um, in the year. Now, there's quite a lot of snow, severe snow. That put a bit of a dampener on things for the Japanese, but they weren't really planning on doing much in the west and the north. But what did happen is the Chinese launched an offensive in an area where there's just snow rather than severe snow, and they inflicted quite a bit of damage on the Japanese and pushed them back significantly there. The Japanese also conducted an offensive in this area where they've pushed the line out. It's getting a bit desperate for the nationalists now. If they can punch, if the Japanese can punch a hole through here, it opens up a huge area of China to potential invasion. The Japanese concentrated most of their effort in an offensive down in the south, where the weather's a lot better. They managed to break through the nationalist Chinese lines, but the Chinese were later able to take some actions which actually steadied the line, so the situation isn't as bad as it might have appeared to be. So all in all, it's really both sides trading blows with each other. The communists have done very, very little apart from extend their line further out to the north and the west, but they are very, very weak. If the Japanese had spent any time concentrating on the communists, they would have done a lot of damage. But because of this nationalist breakthrough down here, that's really going to have to be curtailed. Japanese disadvantage at the moment is they have a very limited amount of command points, usually 8, that gives them 4 HQ activations, so they've got to be pretty sort of selective on what they're trying to do here. Situation for the Chinese economically is getting worse and worse all the time. They're pretty much isolated from the rest of the world, apart from they've got a railway to a FEP source in Vietnam, and they've also got a road to a FEP source in Burma, but they're nowhere near as good as having open ports. But all the ports are either captured or blockaded now. Because of this, China's ability to replace their better units, their elite units, is going to start deteriorating quite rapidly. They've got a limited amount of factories as well. Japanese strategic bombers took out another factory. So I think they've only got 9 domestic economic points on the board now, which is going to become a problem to them as well. I'm trying to think what else is going to go on. No, I can't think of anything else really to say. A little bit of air activity going on both sides, give or take. Did a little damage to each other, nothing particular important there. Guerrilla activity was quite reduced, although there are a lot of guerrillas in the Japanese area. They didn't do much of any interest there. They did blow a couple of roads, sorry, a couple of railways, but that's always a problem to the Japanese. But the guerrilla war isn't serious at this particular stage.